Welcome to Finding Holiness, where we delve into timeless Torah wisdom, revealing the sacred in everyday moments. Join us on a journey to elevate your spirituality and discover holiness in every aspect of life. I'm your host, Rabbi David Kadosh, and together, let's embark on a path of spiritual exploration. I hope you enjoy this next episode. All right, Shavua Tov, everybody. So on Thursday, we learned the halacha that if Reuven sees Shimon sin, then he should be the one to reprimand Shimon and rebuke him, and not report Shimon's sin to other people, whether it is to the government or to the Bedin. And this halacha that follows is going to deal with what would you do in a situation where Shimon is not receptive to rebuke, and doesn't really like to listen to criticism or tochacha. And what would Reuven do in such a case? So we're on Klal Daled Halacha 5. Aval im hu ro'eh she'achotehu me'ha'evilim haletzim hason'im lemochicham. If Reuven realizes that Shimon, who is the sinner, is one of those really letzim, those corrupt scoffers who despise to be reproached. Kedichtiv, as it's written, Al tochach letz pen yisnaecha. The Shlomo Melech writes, don't rebuke a scoffer, lest he hates you. Uvadai lo yitkablu devarav beoznav. And the reprimand will definitely not be accepted by Shimon. V'anashim ka'elu benakel lahem lishnot be'ivaltam. These people readily repeat their offenses. Ve'im ken yuchal liot she'yavo od hapam midechet. And it's very likely that your rebuke will cause Shimon to sin again. Al ken, therefore, tov lahem sheyagidu ledayanei ha'ir. In that situation, it is proper to inform the dayanim of the city, kedei shehem yeyaseruhu al avono, so that the judges reprimand the sinner regarding his averah, ve'yafrishuhu meha'isur alei haba, and prevent him from violating the prohibition in the future. This would probably be the same if regarding the sinner's relatives. If the people that see the sinner will be receptive to the relatives' work of rebuke, then inform the relatives. So if I know that Shimon is not going to listen to me, but Shimon will listen to his father, so I will go and tell the father about what I saw Shimon do. And then, Shimon will hopefully listen. Go look at Me'er Maim Chaim for more elaboration. It's very important, he says, that when you are informing the judges or the relatives about Shimon's behavior, that it is done L'Shem Shamayim, and it is done to defend the honor of Hashem. Lo b'sinato lo al davar acher. It's not stemming from hatred because of some other past matter that maybe Shimon, insulted you once upon a time, so you want to kind of get him back, and therefore I'm going to go tell everybody on him. Ve'ashoftim gam ken yeyasru et achoteh be'atznea. More so, the judges also have to reproach Shimon discreetly, ve'lo yalbinu panav barabim, and not embarrass him publicly. Kedichtiv, like the Torah says, hocheach tochiach et amitecha v'lo tisa alav chet. Rebuke your fellow, but at the same time make sure not to bear a sin because of him. So it's pretty incredible when you think about it that that this was standard practice in the olden days. You wanted to get somebody to stop sinning. You went to the chacham, and the rabbis would be there, and they would, in their own special way, find a way to rebuke them. Sometimes it was harsh rebuke, sometimes it was a softer tone. Every rabbi had their own thing. It's hard to do so nowadays. I can tell you firsthand. It's not pashut. You don't see rabbis get up and speak to people and rebuke them for things they do, because you're afraid you're going to create an enemy. So what do the rabbis do instead? Okay, so we speak in public. We speak. If I know that there's one person that is consistently disrespecting his elder or his parents. So you'll get up and speak about the concept of kaberet avicha in front, hopefully that he hears the point. Let's also not forget that back then, a lot of the dayanim were actual teachers of the people, and they had a big relationship with each and every person, and therefore it was very common to speak with them one on one, and they weren't shy about the matter to go and tell them, listen, this is what I noticed you doing. Today you say something like that to an individual, and he barks back at you, and you probably ruined your relationship with that individual, because for many reasons, a lot of people feel they're always in the right, and they're entitled to do what they want to do, and they don't take rebuke easily, and they don't accept it well. So that's why we live in times where no one likes to hear that what they do is wrong, and they'll fight tooth and nail to prove their point. But nevertheless, back then, I guess it was you try to do it yourself, and if you feel he's not going to be receptive, you go to the rabbi, you go to the chacham, and that's it. Like obviously he says the halakha continues over here, but not regarding this. But it seemed like it was an automatic that the rabbi got the job done, because who's going to go against? If the rabbi comes and tells me, the dayan's going to come and tell me that I did something wrong, I'm not going to fight back. It was unheard of back then. It would be a chutzpah to go and talk back to the chacham, to the dayan, and say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm in the right. This was things that were accepted. Okay. Anyways, we have to work on that. He continues. Because imra'uhu bishnayim. Everything that we said, that you can tell the judges about what Shimon did, applies only if the transgression was seen by two people. Aval im hu ed echad. If, however, Shimon's act was only seen by a single witness, lo ya'id al chavero. He cannot testify about Shimon. Ki eduto hinam. His testimony literally means free, but it means it's pointless. The court can't rely on it. The Torah says a single witness cannot rise up against a person to testify regarding any sin or wrongdoing. You are considered a moti shemra. You're considered a slander. So here you think that you're doing something good. I'm going to Beit Din because I want a tattletale on Shimon for what I saw him do. Okay? And they're going to go, okay, you're Moti Shemra. What are you talking about? I saw him do it. You're only one guy. You're only one guy. I can't believe you. And the rabbis tell us, that anybody who testifies as a single witness about a sin, he is subject to makat mardut, rabbinically ordained lashes. That's your punishment. V'amnu Chazal, and the rabbis tell us in Masechet Pesachim, Shlosha Hakadosh Baruch Hu Son'an. There are three people who Hashem hates. V'echad mehem, and one of those groups of people, Haro'ed devar erva b'chavero u'me'id bo b'chidi. Someone who sees his friend commit an immoral act and testifies against him alone as a single witness. So they bring a scenario over here. While on a business trip, you discover that your coworker is an addictive gambler, but you know that he will never accept reproof from you. Since you pray at the same shul as he does, you ask your rabbi to speak to him. However, because the rabbi is hearing the story secondhand, he must first look into it himself or speak to the man only in a theoretical way about the issue. Because at the end of the day, it's just one person that came up to him to tell him that his friend was gambling and sinning. However, Yachol legalot hadavar behatznea ul'ish sodo. Reuven may relate the matter privately lerabo ul'ish sodo, to his mentor or confidant. Im yeda ki yamin devarav kedivre shne edim. If he knows that the mentor will believe him as though it was related to by two people, meaning there's a certain level of trust by this person that it's ki'ilu, it's two people. I skipped the line. And therefore, it's permissible for the mentor to hate Shimon because of this, and refrain from friendship, until he knows that Shimon has mended his wrongful ways. Despite the fact that Reuven is so credible, despite the fact that Reuven is so entrusted, you're talking about the tzaddik, okay? And we're never going to doubt what he saw, what he claims to see. Nevertheless, he cannot repeat it to other people. The mentor cannot repeat it to other people. Since it's no better than he had witnessed it himself. Like we explained Sif Daled earlier, that you cannot publicize someone's misdeed, even if you personally witness it, a well-known transgression. That's not something that you are allowed to do. Okay, B'ezrat Hashem, we will continue tomorrow on this theme.